Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. We have the new celestial hero Aliceth trailer. With your skills, we're gonna go ahead and break it down. Let's get right into it.
The arrow of justice will purge your sins!
Ha! Now that's the spirit! I know you move fast and speak straight, but maybe put that bow down first.
Specialize, did you guys see that? Specialize in Dream Realm and Arena. Okay, so we have seen the skill information of Aliceth. She does have HP loss damage on her Mythic Plus ability. The question will it be high enough to actually be a top damage dealer for Endless Dream Realm? I'm not sure about it. For pre-Endless also, I'm not really sure because she doesn't have true damage in her kit, and I just feel like Shamira is going to be out-damaging her for pre-Endless. However, that being said, we will need to wait and see from testing. Now, looking at Aliceth, the coolest thing like I love about her design is how long her wingspan is. Like, look at those wings. It looks so cool. But the specialization here, Dream Realm and Arena, definitely she looks like a PvP oriented hero, kind of like a buffer, sub DPS, almost utility hero for your allies, also protecting you from those fatal blows. And in Dream Realm, potentially as well. So the synergy here is with other heroes like Shamira, Odie, other long range kind of damage dealer heroes. Okay, let's go ahead and continue.
First. Or, aim it somewhere safe. When casting her ultimate, Aliceth flies into the air and rains arrows upon enemies below. Each arrow deals base damage plus some extra damage.
And the extra damage will be proportionate to how much lost HP of the enemy. So as the health bar declines of the enemy, you're going to be dealing a bit of bonus damage. And usually her ultimate, as really high powered, is probably going to instantly like almost one-shot that hero.
Is invincible while airborne. Aliceth wields a unique divine power. It lets her bless an ally with an effect called Bright Feather. After the blessed ally deals range damage a few times, they'll cast a feather at the enemy to...
Also, can I just say, I love this narrating voice. I don't know who it's supposed to be. Is it Baelran or something? But I think the voice is awesome for this narration. Okay, so this guiding light, you're gonna buff your ally with the bright feather, and you see those huge wings behind the Odie here, for example. After the ally hits enemies with range attacks a set number of times, they shoot a feather to strike the enemy, dealing damage. This effect can trigger once in a while, and it can trigger every 0.5 seconds. That is what we saw from the skill description.
Deal extra damage. If the blessed ally is a ranged hero, their normal attack range is extended. If the ally falls, their bright feather blessing will be lost.
Okay, so this is the thing as well. If they are a ranged hero, which means a hero that has like... they have to be shooting projectiles, basically, in order for them to classify as a ranged hero. Like, Corrin, even though he has a range of 2, he is not considered range. He is still considered melee just for the extended range. And so those heroes are not going to benefit from this range boost. But for any ranged hero that has a projectile, they are going to boost their range by 5 units, which is really big. Basically, it will mean that any ranged hero will be able to have almost a map-wide targeting and will not need to move at all, which is a real advantage.
Lost. When Aliceth casts this skill, she charges and fires a powerful shot, dealing damage, knocking back the enemy hit, and stunning them.
And by the way, this stun is up to 2 seconds, and the knockback is up to 6 tiles away, which is a huge knockback. So, like, protection for herself, some crowd control.
Besides her divine power, Aliceth also has an ability called...
Okay, look at this. There's a mark. There is this target onto the Cryonaya, because the furthest away enemy from Aliceth is going to be marked at the start of the battle. Aliceth marks the farthest enemy with her Mark of Judgment. She and the ally with Bright Feather, so both her, Leica, for example, here, who has a Bright Feather buff, and herself, they will both prioritize their normal attacks onto this enemy backline hero. And they gain bonus penetration against them. So, like, really good utility buffing capability of the Aliceth.
Mark of Judgment. At the start of battle, Aliceth would use Mark of Judgment to lock on to the farthest enemy. She and the ally with Brightfeather will target that enemy and gain bonus penetration against them when dealing damage. After locking on the same enemy for a few seconds or casting her ultimate.
There you go. It has been changed. It has become an enhanced Mark of Judgment. This is after 6 seconds locked on to the same enemy target. Or it is after you get an ultimate cast of Aliceth. So if Aliceth casts her ultimate, which is a bit of a problem because she has 0 pre-fill energy, it will take her a while to charge that up. But if she does, she's going to immediately convert this into the enhanced Mark of Judgment red. And also, if you lock on for 6 seconds, then it is also going to enhance. And when the mark is enhanced, it is going to give Aliceth a potential of instantly defeating an enemy when their HP drops below a certain threshold. But because of the wording of instant defeat, I believe it is going to be like an execution like Siren or even Odie, but not necessarily like Skirly to knock off or Crying Out of Freeze.
Aliceth enhances Mark of Judgment. If the marked enemy drops below a certain HP level from her attack, they are instantly defeated. When the enemy is defeated or becomes untargetable, Aliceth locks onto a new...
The lock-on is going to shift when the enemy is either defeated or if they are untargetable. Like they have some like Rainstorm Ballet of Lily May, for example, it would then switch the aggro to a different target.
Resetting the status of Mark of Judgment. Where Aliceth's mark lands, evil is revealed. Meanwhile, Aliceth's Brightfeather also grants allies divine protection. With her exclusive skill, Aliceth and the ally with Brightfeather become invincible for a short time when they take fatal damage for the first time. They'll not be defeated and will regain HP.
And notice this, both her and her ally are going to be immune to one fatal blow, both of them. And this is strong. Now, you're really seeing that Aliceth has a lot of supportive capabilities, boosting the range of a backline ranged hero, also increasing the penetration onto the enemy marked target with the Mark of Judgment, and also prioritizing the damage onto that target. You also have this immunity to a fatal blow with their exclusive skill for both her and her Brightfeather ally. All of these are showing you that Aliceth, even though she's going to be classified as a damage dealer, she's also here, like half of her job is supporting your other ally on the team. And this is going to make them invincible for some while, recover some HP, and also they're going to be teleported to a spot away from enemies to basically take aggro off of them.
They then retreat to a safe spot nearby. In short, Aliceth is a celestial marksman, strong in both offense and defense. With Mark of Judgment, she can quickly eliminate a single target while enhancing the attacks of her ranged ally. She can even grant invincibility to herself and an ally. Look!
And you guys saw right at the end there, the ultimate damage of Aliceth is high. This is how she's going to be killing people. But other than her ultimate, she doesn't have insanely high damage output. And so it's probably not going to, you're probably not going to be just killing them with normal attacks, for example. So let's go ahead and take a look at the team synergy.
Look, Aliceth makes her move. Right away, she locks onto the farthest enemy, working with a ranged ally for a swift takedown. Blessed by Brightfeather, her ally grows stronger and fights harder. When a deadly strike hits, her divine protection saves the ally. With speed like the wind and strikes like thunder, victory is all but certain.
It bounces. So when she executes an enemy, it just doesn't completely halt her, terminate her ultimate. Her ultimate is going to bounce onto the next target. You guys saw that. That's really important. Look, she's going after the Bonnie.
Like thunder.
She killed the Bonnie and now immediately begin attacking the next target. That is really important. This is something people are wondering about, and that's good. So there's not going to be any wasted damage output from her ultimate, definitely. Okay, here she has the Diurnal who is blessed with the Brightfeather, because her blessing is actually going to be to the nearest ally in the same row as her, not the rearmost. So there's another kind of unique advantage. It doesn't have to be the rearmost hero to be getting the buff from Aliceth. It just has to be the nearest hero to Aliceth in the same row.
All but certain. Aliceth, that divine bow of yours carries the same spirit as my blade. Fate brought us together, and I see potential in you. We'd make a fine team.
Okay, so Aliceth coming September 26th, which is the date of the new season for the global server. So overall, Aliceth is an interesting hero. She is a sub DPS with a lot of utility role for buffing one of your allies on the team and also protecting them from a fatal blow. Overall, I think Aliceth is an interesting hero, and she's going to slot into a lot of other teams that have ranged damage dealers as your major carry just to power them up further. That is how I see Aliceth. And overall, I just think she's a cool hero. Now, the thing is for Dream Realm, I'm not completely convinced. That will need testing. And until we actually see her being in any top team for Dream Realm, I would not recommend recruiting her for Dream Realm. You should wait and see testing, whether it be for pre-endless or even endless bosses, if you want to see Dream Realm uses. For PvP, I'm pretty sure that she is going to have a place in PvP as a sub DPS utility buffer for one of your other range damage dealer hyper carries. That is really her role, and she does seem to be doing it pretty well. Now, I don't think that she is like a game-breaking hero. I think she's a nice to have hero. She reminds me a lot of Kulu, like for example in PvP, because Kulu is like kind of again a supportive type, also damage output hero, but not really necessary on anyone's account. Aliceth is giving me the same sort of feelings right now. Even though they did say specialize in Dream Realm at the beginning of this trailer, I need to see it before I believe that, because there are a lot of good damages for Dream Realm, and it's just becoming more and more competitive as time goes on. And from what I've seen so far, even from her full skill description, I don't think her damage output is going to be enough to compete with the other top damage dealers we have, but we'll have to wait for that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts about Aliceth in the comment section down below. Are you planning to recruit for her? Are you planning to wait and see? Let me know. Of course, her design is amazing, and I think everyone is a fan of her design, and we can safely agree on that. But thanks for watching. If you guys are not already a member of my AFK Journey Discord server, please join that. There's a link to that in the description of this video. And also, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There is a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.